what happens with aiming in this game is once he has his 2 items online, and later on if we get to it, a 3rd item, he just walks forward with 3 frontliners to protect for him. He has insane amounts of peel, and if Lee Sin tries to get on top of him, it's his mistake if LM ever really catches aiming. It's on aiming's positioning, because he's taking cleanse this game. He's going to have 3 tanks of frontline, and when those frontlines come through, Arya is also going to blast through and look to blow up Teddy, look to blow up Keen in the backline if he finds him, or Hoyt if he's out of position. Escape from that death trap that is the KT Rolster roster.
Well, here we go. Back onto the Rift. Match 8, Game 1.
It's a tough call to make. Like, I feel like Kwangdong's composition falls off so much harder later on.
Yeah, it does feel like that. I mean, Keen, okay, this is kind of an interesting spot for Fate, but just some trades back and forth. We are going to have Rascal over the top, though. Fate is in trouble, and the follow flash comes in, and he uses Ghost as well. First blood gifted into the hands of Rascal.
And Rascal is playing Tryndamere. He actually doesn't care about his flash really in this lane for the early parts of things. Well, he would if he ended up taking a few more of those autos, but...
Yeah, kind of went for the greedy late ward, which is really what got him in trouble.
Like, this is an almost unforgivable amount of value that you're giving over to KT. And guess who's going to feel this the most? Oh, no.
Oh, it might be even more. Had that Q landed onto Hoyt, he was certainly dead. No heal in the lane because Teddy has cleanse. Means that Hoyt getting a little bit too far forward. We'll have to wait and see how that started, but so far KT are starting off strong.
He's actually just going to hover this bottom side right now to make sure that aiming doesn't get chipped away by Teddy. They're putting a lot of emphasis on this.
X-Flash. Hoyt does not have his flash, and here is Cuz. He is so dead, even with the perfectly timed play. That was just an easy play for life with the Hex Flash able to follow up.
They couldn't actually threaten. Like, there's a timing, you know, where Keen can really put a lot of pressure on in the top lane if there isn't a jungle nearby, but he wasn't able to make that happen because Ellen wasn't nearby either. A lot has gone wrong. Life's looking for this again.
Yeah, guess what? He's here again. Grabbing him again. Jarvan in the bottom lane, and you cannot deny it. Ellen goes in. That's not going to amount to a kill, so you got to be careful about.
White's Lantern's coming up here shortly. They could try to make a play with Fate, then retreat back in, but this is so late. Rascal has Flash, Ghost, and his ultimate, so like, this is not going to end well for the Freaks, I don't think.
It's going to be a smite fight. It does go the way of Cuz, who does pick it up, and Life is in the thick of it. He does get burst down, but he gives his life. As the Alessandro ultimate is actually really huge. Rascal's still trying to get that damage done, but remember, this is very early on in the game. He doesn't have a lot of items aiming on the run here, and Keen is trying to lead the charge as the flash will come in, but it doesn't get anything outside of the mirror image of LeBlanc, as KT will get away with that objective.
They get away with the objective, and the fight went better for Kwangdong Freaks than I thought it would. Target selection not great here on the side of KT Rolster, and unfortunately, as you mentioned, Rascal is not quite online items-wise there. They weren't able to get those executions. And time is kind of running out here for Kwangdong. I think that second Drake is the limit.
This is so easy to dive with the Tryndamere. He just throws on the ult, tanks the turret. He is pretty low, but he's just going to wait for Cuz to get in there. Misses the Q, actually, as the dash comes out, not seeming to matter, as Rascal will spin to win right on top of the Graves and pick up yet another kill.
If they can, and then you're safe, right? But if you can't, this happens again and again and again. He has
Gale Force.
Yeah.
He has Gale Force already. I mean, it's 13 minutes into the game. You're not getting away from this as Keen. You just get swiped down, and there's nothing you can do.
You can't farm anymore as Keen because you don't have a turret anymore.
His ult is not up, but I don't even know if they can 2v1 him, okay? Teddy tries to go into the Lantern. That was pretty hilarious, as Life is going to take his life. Does have to give his own for that one, but that's a trade you'll take every time. It gives even aiming some extra shots onto the turret. KT have full control of the map. As you can see, they're really suffocating Kwangdong around this mid lane.
Yeah, because how many champions does it take to kill a Tryndamere? You know, about as many licks as it takes to get to the end of a Tootsie Pop, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I'd say about 3 at this point.
I mean, I think even if you send 3, it takes so long anyways that it's not even worth it because you're going to lose the rest of the map.
And you might not kill him anyway.
Yeah, and if you don't send anything for him, he's on your inhibitor turret, like he is right now.
Okay, that was what I was talking about. You know, this is the combo, right? They find the Aphelios, and he does use his cleanse, but again, the timing of it is kind of unfortunate for Kwangdong because there's no objectives. They're up.
But you don't have it for the objective that's coming up here.
He tried to cleanse Flash, the Lee Sin kick. He did not have Flash. Yeah. Here's Tryndamere.
There he is.
He's got his ult available, as the kick is going to buy some time. Rascal is going to lose that ultimate now. Going to save his Q for a while, but now he's pretty low and he doesn't have his ultimate, but the rest of his team will be able to rotate on over and take down LM. As another kill will go under the belt of KT, now 7,500 gold in the lead.
It is.
They just don't do anything. You know, there's like, even when you're behind, you have to take some kind of risk. You have to do something. As Teddy is, well, he does get the Cataclysm to kind of help, and it helps for about 3 seconds. As Rascal only has to pop his ult now. Thankfully, the exhaust is there because he would have died earlier. As they finally take him down. Keen with the Randuin's pretty happy about that purchase. But again, they don't even have the Baron buff, and the inhibitor is going down.
Yeah, they're just going to just say, like, this inhibitor belongs to me, run at it as 5. It should... I guess not.
No. They can still do Baron because the enemy doesn't have any jungler.
They don't have a jungler. Also, you know, at any point in time, they have a great team to actually go and auto that one time. So I don't think they're too worried about it. But this is your last chance, Kwangdong, in this game. You have to win this miracle fight somehow.
All right, they're just going to turn probably the safe choice. As we're going to see a lot of flashes use. Life just gets immediately burned on the back side of that, maybe going a little bit too deep. Not as tanky as he once thought.
Now you've won a fight here, arguably, as Kwangdong Freaks, right? You know, 4v5, you take Life out, you stop the Baron. As we're going to go back to this, Rascal just saying, okay, we're going to grab an inhibitor. Doesn't matter. Okay. And Teddy's able to get out there for a second, then they push down this turret. But the situation now here for Kwangdong Freaks is, you know, it's not massively better by any means, but it's like one. You have to try.
Okay, they get vision. Teddy is actually very nicely positioned. Look at him way on the back side, away from Rascal. That's where you have to be if you want to survive as Varus right now. They're still being kind of corralled by the side of KT, but they're sticking together as a team. Very important. Keen, kind of the tank and the frontliner of this team, especially with this tanky build with the Randuins.
If they pull KT around one more time and they've bought enough time here to actually walk away from this, look at the big flanks here from Arya and Rascal, though. Rascal's swinging all the way around. He's not going to go for the inhibitor. He wants to actually end this game right now. If they can kill these Kwangdong Freaks right here, the game is over. And they're trapped on the wrong side of the rift. Life is seen, but they are stuck, Valdez.
Yeah, some speed given on in there. Really nice Cataclysm as the Moonfall comes in, and here comes the AoE. As the Infernal is doing a ton of damage, Teddy on the backside will not be able to survive. Rascal does go down, and Keen is still alive, but there's still a couple of threats here on the side of KT Rolster. They have aiming, and they have Arya to do the damage. Keen is surviving for so long and desperately trying to carry this one, but it will not happen as KT will take the win in this first game. Yeah. You can see he's trying to set up for it, but not quite going to be the case here as Fate is basically dead. They're all very nice and fast now. Yeah, just going to get dunked down. He was dead actually in the suplex. He got dunked in that one. As, yeah, Keen, he's trying his best. He's trying to, you know, prop up that KDA just a little bit better, but he will also go down in the end, even with the stopwatch. So 35 minutes, KT do get the job done. A very dominant game from minute 1 as Rascal picked up the first blood and began to roll all over them. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. You know, I mean, they should have seen this coming as well, at least in terms of that top matchup, right? I mean, the Tryndamere was open, was not banned. Keen elected to pick the Graves into it, and we did have that happen, but perhaps an overall draft rehaul and a switching of sides could be the medicine needed to...
Fantastic. And it looks like we are going to see the Sylas response to the Gnar here in the mid lane. Gragas will, of course, be playing against him top. the problem with the Gnar is that you've already got so many limiting factors with this composition for Kwangdong. As we talked about before, the Lee Sin falling off late game if he doesn't have vision control. Varus, if he goes for lethality again, is going to be running into very likely tank Gragas with that chem tank build. Jarvan in the front line, Silas that's difficult to break through. And so you're like, okay, well, it's okay because I have Gnar to engage, but well, there's a limiting factor in that as well with his Gnar bar. So you're really, like, there's a better Gnar engaged on the other side now with the Silas counter pick. So I really feel like KT won out the draft super hard again last game. I think we'll see a different Arya here in game 2.
Yeah, excited for that. Might be the first time we get to see Arya popping off. As definitely an exciting addition to the LCK. I think everybody was pretty impressed about what he did bring to Worlds with Detonation Focus Me, of course, and the LJL.
This could be another level 1 exchange that goes poorly for Hoyt, but he will be able to heal up.
Yeah, he does have a potion, but still a pretty nice trade here for KT. As did go for the Haymaker, did life. Just waiting until they ran straight into the bush.
Yep. Always feel decent about this type of early trade as an Aphelios. If you've got your Severum and you can heal back up a little bit, you can poke with Calibrum. It's not a fun matchup in the early game, especially once Teddy hits 2 and then 3, but feeling all right about this one. We're not going to see any sort of crazy mishaps here from Hoyt, you have to imagine. He will sweep to look for where life is standing, and it's just kind of a tease.
Yeah, no words in there either. Oh, none placed by aiming in that position. As Jarvan is in the bottom lane, and Set just hit level 2. Okay. Are we just going to see the same thing happen?
Set, flash play, here we go.
Okay, really nice follow-up flash, but it's still red buff, flash, flag, and drag. Jarvan, you are dead once again. Hoyt, we're really trying to exert some pressure and get level 2 first, etc., etc. As Hoyt has play, thankfully. Otherwise, he was dead. As now, maybe it was just a big bait as they're trying to get in onto Cuz, but the collapse is coming in from the side of KT. They got to be careful as Teddy is making his way up the river. It's going to do a nice amount of damage here to aiming. Cleanse immediately comes out. He is looking for the kill. Teddy, though, no flash. Aiming will be able to flash away from that one.
Really nice exchange here for Kwangdong Freaks. For the first time, I feel, in this series, they really walk away as winners in an early game exchange. Able to take away that flash, as you mentioned. Very well played as, uh-oh.
Here's Cuz again.
He sees it. His Gnar bar, or rather his Mega Gnar expires.
No, and that is just easy as 1, 2, 3. As they're trying to give that kill over to Cuz, it looks like. As really nicely done, Rascal just going to sweep that one up, predicting the flash. So they get the kill in the flash.
Yeah, that's what they were really looking for. Like, let's see if Keen thinks he can live. Oh, how silly.
Okay, Elam is down here. They're actually proxying the wave at this point in time.
Clear vision. As Arya's gonna connect.
Yeah, it's going to connect. Rascal is here as well. He's just looking for that. He's probably chuckling to himself right now as he picks up that kill with a couple of auto attacks. No escape for the victor.
And there's a question mark ping.
Trying to do as much damage to Elam as possible, but this Rift Herald looks to be forced into the mid lane. And this is a mid lane turret with 5 full plates available. Life is going to take some names and take down Elam. And that gold, I think it does go onto the Lee Sin anyway, as we saw that pop up on his name, as Keen underneath the turret is trying to get something done, but Rascal with no cask, he's still trying to get on in there. That's not going to hit with the barrel, so
kill a Set. If it's a different support, maybe. As well, and once again,
now they're behind enemy lines. The two of them, they do have aiming from the top side. Nice flash onto those chains, but Life probably not going to be as lucky, as he will get hooked up. And an excursion gone wrong, perhaps, but here comes KT looking for a bit more. As the flash is denied, and they will be able to trade back 1 for 1. As the kill just come on there. Rascal still looking for more. He has his flash. He's going to get that cask into the wall. As Teddy is taking a lot of damage, but he's got Hoyt there to back him up. As now the TP's coming in, and this fight never seems to end.
Oh, dodges the hook. He still has flash. I don't think he's going to have to use it here. Rascal, again, there's an opportunity here. Can Arya get that ult is the question. I don't know the exact timing either on this one. I didn't check the timer when he stole it last time, but he should be coming up on it soon. He hasn't grabbed it, so he won't have it now. But here we go. This is it, Kwangdo. You have to fight this one. If you're not going to fight this one, you might as well slash FF. Like, it's time.
Exactly. We know that they're going to fight now.
Arya got it. He's got the ult.
We know that they're going to fight now, at least. Right? They're going to fight. Keen's got an R-bar, or at least he's trying to get it. And okay, here we go. Some lasers coming in. They're getting some damage on in there. Elam is in the pit as he will have to flash away. Cuz will give his life away, but this should be the Drake to them. If they can get the smite, doesn't look like they can because Cuz died. And so it's going to come down to a last stand, and it will go to the Gragas, and that is Hextech Soul picked up here by KT. And now they are on the hunt. Arya flashing in, Life with a massive engage onto 3 of them. Keen is getting a lot of work done in the back, but he will immediately get assassinated. As that stopwatch there from Rascal will save his life. At the end was Cuz, as now they will get to work on this Drake. Back to the other side they go, looking for the correct angle. Rascal very threatening on the south side of this fight. Keen gonna go into Meganar.
He has flash available. I think they're really gonna have to rely on him here. Now or never, this Meganar is everything.
Look at the rotation.
There's the steal.
That is coming in. Yeah, the Gnar does get stolen, and there is the set they're looking for. There's the huge Cataclysm in the back, and a big Gnar ultimate into the wall, though. But a follow-up one from Arya is way better as they have the damage, aiming, able to fight forward. And the 2 squishy carries of Kwangdong do get caught. That will be Elder for KT. We'll see. Yeah, and to be honest, I'm just, even in the hands of Keen, he really has not found any opportunity to make Gnar look like a good champion. Like, I'll just say that straight up. Like, it just has not looked great a bunch of the times that we have seen it here. And LCK has been known to be stubborn, but maybe we're living in 2021 with this pick. We'll have to wait and see how it does develop, as KT will be looking to end this game. Still 50 seconds on the Elder buff, as they do push in to take down at least the 2 turrets and the 2 inhibitors, it looks like.
Yeah, the bot, wave is stacking up too, but I think they can end if they actually are able to engage here with all these Baron buff minions coming through top and mid. Bottom not even a factor here. They're just gonna walk down the red carpet.
Oh man! Everybody burns down. Even the static shift from the Hextech comes in, and Life wants a little bit more. He's got a stopwatch on the end, and everybody's just getting executed, as well as Life, apparently. Down will go LM, and down should go the Nexus. KT playing with their food, and they deserve it for a very dominant 2-0 victory tonight. And again, they were just kind of trudging along, getting those Drakes one by one. It was never really challenged until the last Drake, and then eventually the Elder that they were able to take both times. Fate, I kind of feel for him, how he was able to actually farm up on a control mage carry. This is his comfort zone, but still.
만나보겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다. Thank you very much, guys. This is Season with the POG interview translation, joined by Life, the solo POG of KT Roster. How do you feel about today's series? I mean, our last series wasn't the best form, but today I was feeling so well, and today was the set day, I had a very good feeling about playing set, and I was able to perform so well, and I got the double POG. I feel so good. Well, in the previous Tamon Kia series, I think we didn't have good draft, and also our play wasn't clean, and our teamwork was also pretty off, and we were feeling the best, to be honest. So we wanted to come back stronger for this Kwangdong series. So you were able to perform on set back to back. How do you rate this champion, the support role right now? I think Set is a counter pick into the Varus Thresh comp. This is your first time playing with a different AD carry, but Ruler, how's your teamwork with aiming? I actually had some high expectations and high hopes about playing with different AD carry, but nothing was too different, to be honest. And aiming is the one that controls me, you know, giving all the shot calls.
이제 바텀 라인전이 중요해지는 메타에서
And
서포터의
everyone
역할이
is
훨씬
saying
중요하다는
that
평가도
bottom lane
늘어나고
is the
있거든요.
key
라이프
to this
선수는
current
어떻게
meta.
생각하세요?
So who do you think should make more shot calls? I think
support
supports always have the same role, you know. It depends on the champion, you know. It mostly just depends on the champion, not about the support role itself.
20분에 칼같이 바론을 몰래 때리는데 성공했잖아요.
And in game number one, you guys were able to get a very sneaky Baron at about 20 minute mark into the game. Whose call was that? I cannot really remember correctly, but someone did say that let's go for a Baron. But the players on the bottom side of the map was like, let's not do this, but we still wanted to get that Baron. And me, myself, is a guy that enjoys, you know, always getting that Baron. So I want to be a lot more decisive when it comes to taking the objectives. And I was pretty confident because we had all the visions. What about the people that were against it? I cannot really remember who was exactly against it, so I think we need some feedback. And the draft hasn't really changed after game number one. It's mostly because the opponents stick to the same draft. So we were a little bit scared, to be honest, but it's a relief that we were able to get the win again. What did you feel when the opponents actually let the set through again? I was a little bit scared because I was like, why are they repeating the same pick and ban? Maybe they have something new, and then turned out they have the exact same plan. Your performance on set was so fantastic, but your pose for the POG was also fantastic. Where did that come from? I don't really exactly remember, but I think that was from a picture that I saw when I was really young. Some people say that looks like the motion of set Facebreaker. Do you agree? Kind of, you know. Can you strike the same pose here on stage? And maybe fans can join.
이야, 정말 데미장식
Cute
같습니다.
showstopper from life with the cool pose. And what's your goal or dream here in KT Roaster this year? I hope we can get great results, and also I hope I can face against Ruler at some greater stages. Do you want to play set against him? I mean, because he only played with my set, not against my set, he should be aware of it and he should be scared of it from now on. And our next opponent will be Hana Life Esports. Even though we won today, our performance was not perfect. So we are going to go back to the drawing board, get some feedback, have some communication in order to come back stronger for that upcoming match. Lastly, is there any message for the fans? It's been so long, you know. So I was so nervous on the opening day, but I guess I'm a little bit adjusted now. So nice to see you guys back, and thank you for your support. And this will be the end of the interview from Life, and I'm gonna pass it back to the analyst carpet. Thank you.